Hey guys, with the T-spine release, you're going to need a peanut mobility ball. So it's got two combined. If you don't have this, you can grab these at Kmart or somewhere like that, pretty cheap. You can also just tape two lacrosse balls together to create the same thing basically. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to release through your thoracic spine, which goes from roughly, here to here. So kind of like the mid back all the way up to the upper back. And there's 12 vertebrae there. So we're going to spend 30 to 60 seconds on each vertebrae doing a combination of inhaling and exhaling and trying to relax. Now, if you haven't done a lot of foam rolling through your spine, or you're just, quite a tight person, this is going to feel extremely uncomfortable. So I'd recommend, first of all, foam rolling your back. With a regular foam roller, and then also doing it on a very padded carpet or floor. So I'm just using, it's a wooden floor here with a pretty light mat. I'd recommend, putting a few mats here just so it's not as intense for you. Okay, so from here, again, your spine is going down the middle. This is going to basically massage the erectors on either side of your spine. Okay, so from here, you're going to find roughly your mid back. You don't want to do this on the lower back, it's going to be extremely uncomfortable. And then you're going to start, I like to do a reoccurring 60-second timer, and you're basically going to take as much of the weight into the ball as you can. Roughly for the first 30 seconds, I'm going to be in this upright position, trying to take as much through my back, supporting myself as I need through my arms. If you can, you would put everything into your back, but it is quite intense. And then after the halfway point, you're going to spend the rest of the time all the way down on the ball. And through here, what I'm trying to do is basically just move my back into basically into a posterior pelvic tilt. So I'm trying to push my lower back into the ground here. And after I've done my 30 to 60 seconds, I'm going to roll up into where I perceive my next vertebrae to be. Okay, again, I'm going to spend roughly 30 seconds in this top position, supporting myself as I need on the ball and breathing through it. You really just want to try and relax everything here. And after the 30-second mark, again, I'm going to move all the way onto my back. And again, I'm going to try and bring that lower back into the ground more and go into a posterior pelvic tilt. And breathing through the discomfort. So this should be pretty intense, but if it's too much, you just want to back off by pushing your elbows through, supporting yourself more, and using more padding underneath the ball. All those things are going to help a lot. And then moving on to the next vertebrae. So up again for about 30 seconds. I'm supporting myself with my arms here. And if I want to make it more intense, I can go like so, breathing through the discomfort and using my elbows. I'm going to lower myself back for the second part of the stretch. Again, breathing, feel my chest expanding, my lungs expanding, my belly expanding. And on each exhale, you want to feel yourself sinking into the ball a lot more. Okay, your body's relaxing and adapting to this discomfort. Again, moving up to the next vertebrae. Same thing again, as you get up higher, it tends to be less intense, at least for me. But I've been doing this for quite a while now. So if this is your first time, again, take it really, really easy. Again, you shouldn't be in pain, you should be in discomfort though. Again, exhale back for the second half of it. And I can feel this really getting into my thoracic spine now. Breathing through it. Again, I want to get that lower back pushed in as much as I can. That's going to deepen the intensity of the stretch or of the mobilization. Moving up to the next vertebrae, so supporting myself, rolling up again. And generally up at this point, I feel like I'm basically it's not as challenging, so I can, make it more challenging by letting go of the ground with my arms. I can put it on my head as well. I can even reach my arms overhead. That's going to increase the leverage point. And then moving into the second part of the movement. And now it's much easier to actually get my lower back into the ground And this is really getting into that thoracic spine now, which is great. It's a really good release. And up again. Again, feeling a lot better now than it was at the bottom of the thoracic. Breathing into it again, 30 seconds roughly. I'm going a bit quicker now because of the length of the video, and extending back. Being mindful of that lower back again. And you should be, if you have, you know, sufficient mobility, you should be able to get that lower back flush with the ground at this point. If you can't, don't worry. It just means that you have more mobility restrictions through that upper back, which is completely fine at this point. Inhale back up, and we're kind of getting up to the top now, so you're, you know, around your shoulder blades. Then if you want to make it more intense, you can extend it back with your elbows and your hands wrapped around your head, and I'm basically increasing the range that I can move into extension through here. Inhale back up again, and again I felt a nice release through my spine there. And extend back. And that is the T-spine release with the peanut. You can set a recurring timer for 12 minutes here, or you might do 6 minutes. It's really up to you. It is a massive release through the spine. If you haven't done this before, I used to feel a huge release, not so much now, but it's still a very pleasant exercise once you go through it. So that's the peanut mobility drill.